It is a good vibes only kind of day. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for stopping by. This is She's So Dramatic, and on this channel we do focus on theater art, book reviews, and lifestyle. So if that seems like something you might be interested in, then please consider subscribing and joining the fun. Today's video is going to be fun, I think. It's going to be impromptu though. Yesterday I saw another YouTuber put out an open invitation for kind of a Christmas decoration challenge. And it's short fuse, so I'm hoping that I can pull this off because I literally don't even have that much time to do this, but I wanted to participate. So her channel name is This and That with Denise Jordan, and she put out a challenge to create a Christmas vignette in your kitchen. And so I thought that would be pretty perfect. I do want to add some Christmas decor to the kitchen, and I probably will have to add it, you know, slowly, a little bit at a time. So creating this Christmas vignette, I think is going to be a perfect first step. One of her conditions for the challenge is that you use your counter space and that your decorations are on a tray. So like, for example, with me, I think I'm going to go ahead and use this center island as my location. And I usually keep this island pretty bare. I made a banana bread last night, so the boys had it for breakfast this morning on their way to school. But this counter is usually pretty bare because I need it to be able to prep food and lay out ingredients and, you know, all the good stuff. So hold on. So, like I was saying, one of her conditions is that you do use your counter space, but that you put your Christmas vignette scene on a tray. And that makes it convenient to be able to just pick up the tray and move it out of the way whenever you do need your counter space to prepare your meals. So I'll read you just some of the rules that she put out for the challenge. The Christmas vignette, of course, must be in your kitchen. It must be on a tray. It must include Christmas decor, of course, snowmen, reindeer, Santas, owls, whatever your choice is. Also, it must include some kind of floral, which I don't know that I have. See, I'm trying to do this with just the items that I have already. Since it's such a short fuse. I saw it yesterday, and one of the requirements is that it be uploaded by tomorrow, the 2nd at 7 a.m. Is that Eastern time? I'll have to double check that. But so yeah, that's one of the requirements. So this is really short fuse for me, and I'm trying to use items that I already have. Oh, but she says pine cones will work as your floral. I do have pine cones. I just picked those up. It must include something with words on it, and I do know that I have something like that. And then she just gives details on how to title the video, how to upload it, what hashtag to use, and all that good stuff. So what I'm gonna do is take you downstairs so you can see my stockpile of very unorganized seasonal decorations that I really need to do something about, but it's not gonna happen today. So let's go downstairs and see what we already have in the inventory that we can use for this very short fuse, impromptu, but fun Christmas project. Okay, let's go. Y'all, this is what I'm working with right now. So this will be another project. This might even be a fun project to do on the channel, is figure out a system for seasonal decorations. In the meantime, let me show you what I have. Y'all, it's a mess. It's a mess. But anywho, so, okay, what had happened was, oh, and it's so dark down here, I apologize, but about a month ago, I started seeing Christmas decorations at the Dollar Tree, and they were so cute. I just could not pass them up, and so I started getting child.
Closer, please. I'm just dying to talk to you.
Christmas, but not quite finished with Halloween. This was my situation. This needs to be put away. I forgot that was up there. Anywho, so I have been collecting little Christmas decorations as I see them at the Dollar Tree. And some at Walmart. And so, like I said, since I don't really have a system yet for storing my seasonal decorations, everything has just kind of ended up here. I love this wreath and I can't wait to put it up. Even though this was kind of a spur of the moment thing for me, I'm really glad that I already had some of these items because this was such a short fuse. I just heard about it yesterday, but I think I can pull something off. Okay, so I have my tray and I picked up a few decorations that I think we'll be able to use. I don't think I mentioned this while we were downstairs that I picked up these items at Dollar Tree because I thought that I was going to create like a little Christmas village scene. There is an open space above my coat closet in the entryway. There's a huge landing space that I thought I would be able to do something with for Christmas, and I thought I could make a little Christmas village out of it, but I really don't think that's going to work because it's so high up you would not really be able to see it unless you were upstairs looking down from the second floor. So I knew that I needed to change locations, but I had already started picking these items up. So this again is just going to be a really nice way to put these items in use. Okay, so for the floor of my little vignette, this little Christmas scene that I'm about to try to create, I would love to have some kind of batting or artificial snow or, you know, the stuff that they use in Christmas decor. But like I said, since this was so short fuse, I don't have anything like that on hand. I need to pick some up from Hobby Lobby. But for the purpose of this video, I do have this tree skirt that has this kind of velour material, and I think this might work for what I need it for. So let's see. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is just start adding pieces, like in no rhyme, reason, fashion. See, I think I'm going to have to... Oh, I know what I have. I have some, because I'm thinking that these are not going to stand up. I'm thinking I need to hot glue them. Look, I'm looking at the clock like, do I have time for this? I have some white card stock. What do they call it? Poster board. Cardstock poster board that I was going to use for the little Christmas village scene that I might be able to just cut up and stick it in this tray. Let's try that. Okay, so now that I was able to rig at least some white flooring to maybe simulate snow, I'm just gonna start placing items on here just to see kind of where I want everything and see what needs to be hot glued down. How do I want this little Christmas scene to turn out? I'll just kind of start adding stuff. Here's some Christmas trees, and I've got some more downstairs. I may need to go get some more. And then I did find this is actually an ornament that I found with peace, the word peace on it. Hopefully you can see that. So that'll satisfy that requirement of hers, that there at least be one word, one Christmas word included in the vignette. So I think this will be pretty. Y'all, I ran upstairs to my office to get my hot glue gun, and I forgot the most important pieces were up there. I managed to find, some little chocolate people for my Christmas village. And I had them sitting up in my office because one of the pieces came broken. Well, I don't know if it came broken or if I broke it afterwards, but if y'all can see this, I'm gonna have to take it out. Let me take it out. So I know many of you already know how difficult it is to find Christmas decorations with chocolate people in them, especially when it comes to the little figurines and ornaments. So I found this one of this little grandpa, honey, that's Pawpaw, sitting on a park bench reading a story to his grandbaby. But when it came, his little leg was broke. So I had it sitting up in my office trying to decide whether or not I was going to return it or whether or not I was just going to try to hot glue it and fix it myself. And I think that's what I'm going to do, because I think it might be too late to return it now, and plus it was a limited supply, like they only had a few left, and I don't know if I try to go back to the website if they'll have any more. So we're gonna fix Pawpaw up and we're gonna put him in our little Christmas vignette. That I found in the stash that I also got from Dollar Tree is these LED lights, and I have 4 of them. I think 2 will be enough. What I'm going to do, I don't have any garland. I'm looking for a way to fill in some of this white space, but I don't have any extra garland on hand that I can use for this. So I did find in my stash just some greenery that I think I can cut up and maybe even wrap those lights around and kind of use this to fill in the empty space. So we'll see how that works. I think it turned out pretty good. I'm excited. It's pretty cute, especially for just me putting this together with things that I already had, decorations that I already had, and Christmas decor that I had already bought. So here is a close-up of my little Christmas village. You see, we did surgery on Pawpaw's leg. We were able to hot glue that back on. At some point, I'll put some crazy glue on it so that it does last. Here is one of the requirements, that there be a Christmas word incorporated in the decor. So that's my peace sign. Hopefully you can see what that says. But here's my other little chocolate people. father and son maybe coming out of the antique shop. And then mother and daughter maybe coming out of church or coming out of the store. I love it. I found this little sleigh also at the Dollar Tree, and I just added those gold berries inside and some greenery. And I think the greenery that I added to the floor of the vignette really helped to kind of fill in some of the space. So I'm loving it. I think it turned out pretty good for a last minute challenge. And there I got some pine cones incorporated in on the sleigh. There's one pine cone, but here's another big gold pine cone. Again, just to satisfy the requirements. And that's it. And I'm actually glad that it's on this little tray because I need to get dinner together. So I'm gonna move this tray out of the way, but stick around for just a bit if you wanna see what I'm doing with the chicken I put in the crock pot over there. All right, see you in a bit. Okay, I have shared this little tip before, this pro tip, on my Instagram page, but I want to share it here as well. I've got some chicken that's been cooking in the crock pot for about 4 hours, and I'm going to shred it because today is Taco Tuesday, and we're gonna have this little enchilada casserole that's just basically a layered dish, and we're gonna use the Tex-Mex chicken as the meat. So this is how I shred my chicken. So I'm just removing it from the crock pot, and I only do 1 or 2 chicken breasts at a time. Regular cake beater. Let's see. Okay. I know that wasn't the best angle, but this is how I shred my chicken using a regular cake beater. So I'm gonna shred the rest of it, and then I'm gonna get the rest of my ingredients together and then start layering this bad boy up. See you in a minute. There's the chicken. Bean dip. Enchilada sauce, shredded cheese, and soft tortilla shells. Okay, might be kind of hard to see because my casserole dish is clear, but I sprayed it first. Then I'm going to take some of the enchilada sauce, and there go my phone again, y'all. Oh, after you cut your tortilla shells, it does not matter at all what shape they end up in because nobody's gonna see it. Doesn't matter at all. Then spread your bean dip. Now I'm just gonna put a little cheese. Of course, it's always better if you shred your own cheese, but who had time today? Not me. Poured some of this enchilada sauce in the meat. Okay, so I have a layer of shredded meat down. You could also do this with ground beef as well, ground turkey. I've done it that way also. But today I did not want to have to stand over a pan of meat at all, so that's why I put the chicken in the crock pot and let it go. So now I'm just gonna keep layering, keep building it up. So I ended up opening another jar of enchilada sauce so that I could pour some over the top. Then I added more cheese and then some dried parsley. And I'm about to just add some green onions. Do it the lazy way, because that's how I'm feeling today. All right, so this is what it looks like. And I'm about to put it in.